reason you're distracted is because your goals are not important enough. You are the size of the thing that you allow to distract you. Look, when I was building my company and I was building my wealth for the first time in my life, I didn't care what you said about me. If you let your emotions get involved and take you away from what you're doing, it's because your dream is not big enough. Straight up, your dream is not big enough. It's not strong enough and big enough. If it was big enough, you would know, because it would be nothing else you would be thinking about. But your dream is tiny. Your dream is weak. Your dream is feeble. You let everything get in the way of the biggest blessings that you got in your life. You got blessings on the way if you just worked on them. The problem is you don't have a goal that's big enough. You can have everything you want if you stop focusing on everything else and focus on the goal. Focus on what you're doing. Stop paying attention to everything else. It's not necessary. Focus on what you're doing. Focus on what you're building. If you're building a family, focus on building a family. Who cares what people think and anything else? You get a little hiccup here and there. Who cares about it, bro? It's nothing. If you can be distracted, if you are spending any time of the day on a topic that has nothing to do with your goals, your goal is not big enough. If you wake up and the first thing on your mind is not generational wealth, if the first thing on your mind is not your relationship or marriage, if the first thing on your mind is not your business, if your first thing on your mind is not your kids, if your first thing on your mind is not your dream is not big enough. It's simply not big enough. You don't care enough. You need to make a better goal. Sit down and think. What would be the one thing that if I focused on it, it would distract me positively in one direction, away from every problem that I have, to the point where it's not even problems no more? Think about that question. So many dreams get lost in the myriad of problems. Dreams get lost in the myriad of problems and distractions, because that's what it is. Your dream and your goal getting distracted on problems. Bro, it's no problems if you got a dream and a goal. You're already living in the future. Everybody else is complaining. You don't have time to complain. You're doing something. You don't have time to complain. See, when you got a real dream, when you got a real focus, this will happen. I don't care what happened in your world. You are locked in. As a matter of fact, every single thing that has nothing to do with your goals can be a distraction. If you go out, you could potentially spark up a problem that was unnecessary to the damn goal. You adding extra stuff in there. Birthdays, dinners, breakfasts, brunches, mimosas, go out, a movie night. Somebody got a graduation, a marriage. You got all this shit that you're going to. What are you doing? I don't have no time for none of that because I'm building something and my life is not where I want it to be. So why am I focused on anything else? Because my life ain't even where I want it to be. I'm not about to go nowhere with nobody. I don't care who you are or what you say. If you ain't connected to my goals, I'm not talking to you. Because I'm doing something. You need a goal that makes you be like that. If you can be distracted, if you going to every event, if you watching every video, if you doing all of this extra, if you doing all of that, you don't have a goal. You don't have a goal. If you have a real goal, you're not distracted. People say, I'm not motivated. I'm procrastinate. No, you don't have a goal is what it is. You don't have something that you care about really, that you're building into reality. What's more important? The future of your family and your wealth and happiness, or this small thing, whatever it is, that just popped up all of a sudden? I don't care what it is. What's more important? Look, you get to the point where you realize you got 24 hours in a day. If I'm wasting hours of a day focused on something that doesn't make me feel good, that doesn't get me toward my goals, that doesn't make me feel good and get me toward my goals, it is a waste of my time. As a matter of fact, it's stealing my dream from me. It's stealing my life force from me. It's stealing. Would you let somebody just, look, if somebody knocked on your door and said, hey, I want to rob you, please. I want to take everything that you worked for. I want to take your couches, your refrigerator, your savings account, bank accounts. I want to take everything from you. I just wanted to see if I could come in and take everything from you. What would you say? It's obvious. It should be obvious. But that's the same thing you do when you let an emotional breakout distract you from your goal. It's stealing your whole future is being stolen. Why would you let anything steal your future? Why would you let anything steal your dream? See, people don't get this. Focus is the most important thing you have in your life. Focus is the most important thing that you have in your life. People do not recognize that focus is the most important. You have to focus on one thing exclusively. What that mean exclusively? You don't think about anything else. You're distracted by the dream you have. See, your problem is you're not intense enough with what you asking for. Bro, you are not intense enough. You don't care enough. And people who actually got goals, they can't spend time around distracted people, because distracted people, they don't even know they're distracted. You think you focus. You think you got a goal. Focused people don't have time to even explain to you that you're distracted. They don't even have time to explain to you that you're distracted, because you're distracted. Distracted people can't even focus. If they told you was distracted, it would be wasting their time, because they're going out of their way to tell you you're distracted. I'm not about to go out of my way to tell you you're distracted. I have a goal that I'm doing. I'm going to spend an hour, two, probably years trying to get you focused. Get something that you actually care enough about that you will never, when I say never, this is what I mean. You got to get to the point where you got a goal that you will never sacrifice, not for your girlfriend, for your boyfriend, husband, wife, your mom, your sister, your cousins, anybody. You got to get to the point where you got some goal that literally no one matters. You can say anything you want about me, but you're going to go over there and be distracted. I'm about to go do my shit that I'm doing because you're distracted, and I don't like to feel distracted. I got goals in my life. I'm doing something. And look, you don't even have to say get around people who think like that. When you are like that, you're naturally going to gravitate toward people like that, because they don't care about what you're thinking. They care about the goal. Get around people like that. I love you.